Hi all. Good morning, good evening, guys. Um, can anyone please confirm is able to see my screen and am I audible? Please go ahead. Can anyone please confirm, guys? Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay. And I have given access to everyone to unmute. Okay. Unmute is been enabled for everyone. Along with that, I can see that I have enabled chat to everyone else. Okay. You can ping over the chat like if you have any of the queries that you come across. Okay. And meanwhile, within this course, like if anyone uh, wants to unmute, please raise your hand, okay? Or else you can be in mute, okay? So that there will not be any kind of disturbance to others as well, okay? So we will be having a smooth transition. Okay, guys, let's get started. So this is an Oracle SQL and PLSQL demo session that is going to happen on the second day. So if anyone have missed on the first session, like first day, you can get it over the YouTube, or as well as you can reach out to the support team. They will be sharing you the link. Okay. And this is a 266th batch, which is going to happen. And first 5 days will be a demo. Then thereafter, what happens is that we will be moving to the actual session. So first 5 days, we will make this as an much more interactive so that everyone will be coming into the same page before we get into the actual topics, okay, so that everyone will get a clear idea what exactly the course that we will be going across and what are the concepts that we will be learning within this particular course. Okay, that is what we will be walking through in the first 5 sessions. Okay. And I hope like everyone have got this WhatsApp link. So if not, I will be sharing it once again over the chat. What you guys can do is that you can go ahead and uh, log into this, or else you can register to this, like you can uh, join to this particular WhatsApp group. So any kind of updates regarding the course, anything, you will be getting all the updates within that particular group. Okay. So it's just a community that we are trying to make sure that everyone will be having an updates without any miss. Okay. So, and meanwhile, like you can reach out to the support at the logiclabstech.com for any kind of support, and or else like you can directly reach out on these contact numbers. Okay. And we will be sharing these links on like the website links that you whatever the like if you have along with the Oracle SQL and PLSQL, there are other courses. If you have to enroll, you can go ahead and enroll. Okay. And you will get an idea what exactly the course and course content is all about, all these informations. Okay. So let's get started to the actual topic. So in the yesterday's session, we have understood like how Oracle have been evolved, and a basic about how exactly the Oracle looks, Oracle SQL and PL/SQL. What is a database that we have seen, and let's get in into a bit example. Like first, let's get into a bit example, then we can go ahead into much more about in detail. Okay. So before that, let's get into one of the example. Okay. So instead of getting in like yesterday we have seen some informations like here and there we have seen. I know there will be a lot of questions and a lot of confusions as well because it's the initial days. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Like by end of this, you will definitely get an idea what exactly the course is all about and what are the concepts that we will be going through and how the course has been designed. Okay. And let's get in detail. So yesterday we have seen about something about Oracle SQL and PL SQL. Something we have come across saying that there will be a couple of tables, and within that particular tables there will be a couple of columns. A data will be inserted, and also we have got to know that data will be like we are making sure that a data is digitally stored with the help of some security. So what are all this? Like how this will be helping us? So how this will be helping us for the client, okay, along with the client, for the business, along with the business, how it will be helping us as a developer, Oracle developer, as an Oracle developer, as a PLSQL and SQL and PLSQL developer, how this course will be helping us. That is what we will be going through. Okay, let's say for example, I have a business. Let's take an example. Let's say e-commerce business, which is of Amazon. Okay, which a familiar one I can say. Okay, let's say I have an Amazon. Uh, let's say for example we are let's assume everyone. Okay, individual assume in that such a way that everyone is having their own business. Their business name is Amazon. Assume in such a way. Okay, now everyone is running their own business, Amazon e-commerce business. Now, if there are one or two employees, you will remember their names, right? Fine, right? Now, let's say for example, there are 10 products where you will be selling in your organization. You can remember it. Let's say 5 employees. You can remember their names. Like 10 products, I can say, in your application. In your application, you have 10 products. You can remember, not an issue. That is pretty easy format. And let's say, for example, there are 5 orders. Or let's say, for example, there are 8 orders. Okay. You can remember the order numbers also, right? It's very easy. Like either you no need to remember, either you can write it over a paper. It will be there. And for these 5 employees, what is the payment information? Like how much you are paying as a salary? Okay, you can remember. Everything can be remembered. And your business is running from only one particular place. Let's say from one specific location. Let's say for example, like it is like you are running application from USA. From one particular location, you can remember everything. You can remember everything, and you can catch hold of everything, right? Please give me 1 minute, guys. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, let's get started. Now, if it is small, your organization is very small, you can track of any kind of information. Everything is fine. Everything will be within fingertips itself, right? Now, let's say, for example, along with the days goes on, your business have been increased. It evolved from 5, it went with 500 employees, and from one location, it went with 10 locations. Okay. Now from 10 products, it went to 10,000 products, 10K products. From 8 orders, it went on with per day 80 orders. Now for 500 employees, you have to make the payments. So within the payments also, again, some employees will be taking leave, some will be working in half, some working will be full, and some will be having double duties. So you have to make the payments for everyone. Okay. Can this be uh, just give me 1 minute. Recording. Okay, let's come back once again. So that is what, so when it is one organization, one from one location with simple business, it is very easy to track everything. Everything will be within our fingertips itself. Like we can do everything and we can remember everything. Now, let's say, for example, when the business grows, it will not be that easy to remember everything, right? So it is not that easy to remember, and we will not be tracking any of every information the way that when we used to do when it was a small business, right? So what happens is that these clients, what happens is that we, let's say for example, when we are in that business, we will be expecting someone to do this task to track every information, right? So while tracking, I want every information to track without missing any of the information. Along with that, and every information needs to be accountable, right? Every pinpoint information needs to be accountable. Else, a business will go in a wrong direction. So what happens? I want every all this business to be tracked the way that I was performing when it was small. Okay, I want to keep track of every information. So while tracking, I want everything to be accountable, right? So at the end, only then I can perform, I can run my business for a longer term. So to do all this, to do all this, what can be done? We can maintain a database. We can maintain a database, and for this accountable thing, we can maintain a database, and I can store every information in my database, and every single data I can store in my database. So while storing the data, while storing the data into my database, I need to have some certain kind of database, right? When there is no some tool to store, where can I store? I cannot store directly in my paper, like storing of 10K orders in a book. That will not be that easy to track, revise back everything, right? So I need a tool to store everything in somewhere, right? That's where a database comes into picture. So now that database that we will be discussing is all about Oracle database. So within this Oracle product, we can write a code with the help of SQL and PLSQL. Okay. So what this SQL and PLSQL will be helping us? This will be helping us to track every information the business is happening. Let's say, for example, I am getting an order. I am getting an order. Okay. Let's say, for example, order number is, let's say 00, let's say 100. Okay. 1001. This is my order number. And this order, okay, I will be having, I need to have the product information, right? The order of which item, okay, this item, and how much quantity it has been requested, and where it needs to be shipped, where it needs to deliver, okay, and what about the payments, whether the payment has been done or not, payments has been completed or not. I have to have that information. Okay. Now let's say for example I have received an order from customer, and with a product item, let's say for example one uh, CPU, or let's say for example one mouse I have received of quantity 1, and this needs to be delivered to somewhere in from, or let's say for example from USA, I have this needs to be delivered to India. Okay. And payment, online payment has been done or not, yes or no, I have to. Now order information I have received, but this needs to be stored somewhere in my database, right? To store that into my database, I need to have something called a table. So how I can go ahead and create a table? I can create a table as discussed yesterday with the help of SQL. Okay, that's what we have discussed yesterday, right? I can create a table, a command. There is a command called create, which comes under data definition language. Okay, I can go ahead and create a table. I can go ahead and create a table, and within that particular table, I can distinguish, I can separate with the help of a columns. Okay, I can create couple of columns saying that order number is one table. Let's say order information. I want to store some order related information. For that, I'm creating a table called order information. Okay, this is my table name, let's assume. Okay, this table name will be storing some information related to orders, right? So if I have to store some data into my table, I need to have something called columns where I can go ahead and create columns. Let's say, for example, within this order information table, I want to have order number, one column. Within this particular column, I need to have only order numbers. That's it. Apart from order number, I don't want to have any of the information. Let's say, for example, 1001 is my order number. This way, there can be n number, 10K orders I can store within this particular column. Okay. Now again, along with order number, what item has been requested by customer? Let's say mouse. Okay. And quantity, how much quantity has been requested? I can create one column, and within that particular quantity, whenever customer places order, right, he will be selecting the quantity. When he selects quantity, that quantity information I need to store over here. When he selects one quantity, that information needs to be stored over here. Okay. And now where it needs to be delivered. Now this column name, let's say delivery location. Delivery location. Let's say this needs to be to India somewhere. Let's assume some specific address that we have given. Okay. Within this particular delivery location column, I want to have only the location information. Apart from that, I don't want to have anything. Okay. Now payment has been done or not. Payment, payment info. Let's say payment info is one of my column. Okay. If it is S, payment has been done. If it is no, payment has been not done, then that is considered as cash on delivery. Let's assume in that way. Okay. Now let's say, for example, when payment has been done, automatically this needs to be updated as Y. Okay. Let's consider this way. Now we know that I have to create a table, and within SQL, I know I have a command called create. With the help of create, that comes under data definition language, where I can go ahead and create a table. Okay. And while this particular order table name consists of these many columns. Okay, let's consider these are the columns that will be having in my database. For this particular table, these are the columns. So in these particular columns, I have designed in such a way that I have given a column name, order number. I have designed in such a way that within this particular column, I need to have only the order numbers. I don't want to have any kind of information. Okay. When when customer places an order, as soon as he places an order and submit, when he clicks submit, the data needs to get inserted into this particular table designed based on the specific respective columns. Data needs to be inserted. So for when inserting, again we have a command that is nothing but insert command, which comes under data manipulation language. Okay. Now I got to know there is a command called create, where I can go ahead and create a table, and I can go ahead and insert the data with the help of insert command, which comes under data manipulation language. Okay. Now this way, whatever the orders comes, as many, not only 10K orders, it can be of 20K orders. This everything can be inserted automatically. It will get inserted automatically into this particular table. Okay, I don't want someone to do it manually. I want, like, it can be done automatically. How it can be done? I can use a PLSQL logic. I can use a PLSQL logic. I can write some logic to insert the data automatically. Whenever an customer clicks submit, whatever the data that he has selected, the respective data will be inserted into this particular table automatically. So if this needs to be done, it can be written with the help of PLSQL, a procedural language we can write. So within that, I can write a logic. I can insert the data. Okay. Now this can, every information, now I'm tracking every information in my orders table, right? So this can be accountable, right? It can be of n number of orders. I don't have to worry. There is a person who is a developer who can take care of it. He can automate the things. He can write the code. Okay, that is where we will be coming in. We will be fitting into this area, into this particular business. As a developer, we will be sitting over here. Okay, so there is another, like, there will be n number of developers to do their respective tasks. Not only for orders, there will not be one developer, right? There will be n number of developers. So some will be working on order related information. Okay, some will be working on warehouse, like storage related, like item storage. Let's say, for example, for item storage, I want to, I there will be again a specific developers. Okay, and again, let's say, for example, regarding this payment, to validate like whether the payment has been received or not, like if there are any kind of offers to my product, offers needs to be given on a daily basis, right? So to write that kind of offer related information, like offers, and to track the payments related information, someone needs to be there to write a logic, right? So for payments, I have to create an specific tables, right? And there will be profit or loss again. Someone will be checking in the financial system whether the profit or loss, what exactly within a specific month, within a specific month, what is a profit, what is a loss for a specific product, how much has been invested for designing that product, and after selling, what is my profit or loss, right? So everything I can go ahead. So there will be specific a couple of developers who will be writing their own SQL and PL/SQL logics. Okay, for this particular business. Okay, okay. So there will be a specific developers based on their task. They will be working, and they will be using their own logics, and they will be writing uh, some kind of commands, and they will be achieving the targets. Okay. Now every information, all the tables will be having a relation in Oracle. In Oracle, whenever you are designing a table or whenever you are creating a table, to smooth transition of the business, there will be a relation from one table to other table. So that is nothing but RDBMS, which comes under Relational Database Management System. So RDBMS. RDBMS. So, so entire, I can say at one go, if I have to say what is an SQL and PL/SQL, it is a structured query language which works and which performs and which, or else which runs a database with the help of a relation, with the help of a relation. Okay, so everything will be interconnected. So in an Oracle, okay, in an Oracle, if you are considered about entire project on one go, then entire project will be interlinked with a, a table or with a relation. Okay, so Oracle is nothing but, it is a kind of coding that we write. Okay, with the help of SQL and PLSQL. Okay, we will be relating it with the help of a connections that we do, or else relations that we go ahead from one table to other table. Okay, and every table, that whatever the table that we come across, see here, one order related information, item related information, payments related, profit or loss, let's say ledgers related information, organizations, let's say for example location, and if they have to store information related to customers. Okay, okay, everything, there will be a separate table for it, and every table will have columns, a specific columns. Within that particular specific columns itself, data will be inserted, and if it needs to be inserted, we need to use SQL and PL/SQL. Okay, and if we have to relate from one table to other table, we will be using RDBMS concepts, which is nothing but Oracle comes with relational database management system. Okay, you can go ahead and create a relation from one table to other table, and you can check the entire flow. Let's say for example, a customer have placed an information or placed an order. Okay, from customer order number, let's say for example customer, from customer name, I can go ahead and check how many orders that he placed. Okay, and what is the payments that he had done. Okay, and how much quantity and what are the products that he had requested from us, and at the end, for my business, how much I have invested and how much I have received, and what is my profit or loss at the end. Okay, if I have to track everything at one go, just by order number, just by giving an order number, I can get who placed this order, when it is placed, who, where it is placed, and where it is been delivered, and pay, how much has been made the payment. Okay, what is the discounts that has been given for this product. Okay, how much quantity that has been requested. At the end, what is my profit or loss by end of the month, or let's say for example by end of an year. Okay, we will, every organization does their profit or loss, right? At the end of the month or at the end of the annual, they go with profit or loss. Okay, I can track every information. Okay, and this can be accountable. I can make every information as an accountable. I can store everything in my database. Okay, this is the product that helps Oracle SQL and PL/SQL, that helps for any organization or any product to go and do the database things at much more ease. Okay, without any difficulties. We can perform, we can write our logics, we can perform any kind of activities like reports. We can develop reports with the help of couple of commands. We can write couple of logics with the help of by following the syntax. Okay, all these we can go ahead and do, and we can run an individual project. Okay, we can maintain an entire project at one go. Okay, with the help of SQL and PL/SQL, we will be learning how a logics can be written. Okay, how a logics can be written, and what are the commands, and why the commands will be helping us, and how the commands will be used, and how we can use that particular command. All this will be discussed. Okay, so every Oracle product that you like, or within an Oracle product, let's say there are n number of projects. Okay, every project will go with the same kind of formats. At the end, they want every information to be accountable. They don't want even a single information to be lost from the database. Okay, it can be of anything. Let's say for example, customers information, orders information, payments related information, employees related information. Everything needs to be accountable. Okay, if it needs to be accountable, I can use, I can use SQL and PL/SQL, write a logics. I can play around with the requirements. What business is expecting, we can go ahead and perform at without any difficulty. Okay. So we will be discussing about all this in the sessions, coming sessions. Okay. So first initial days, we will be going through this particular slide because these are the basics. Okay. If anyone has any doubts, please go ahead, guys. If anyone wants to discuss about any of the information or want to, yesterday we have given only a limited timing, hardly 10 minutes that we have discussed regarding the doubts. So I have increased it for 20 minutes now. Please go ahead, guys. If you have any doubts regarding the course and what we will be learning, or if you want to know something, or if you um, have a different kind of questions, you can go ahead. It's up to you, guys. Please speak up, guys. Let's make this as an interactive thing. Yes, this will help because a data analyst, if they is like every product, within, like I can say that for data analysts, you need to play around with the database, right? You need to have multiple source, like you need to have multiple data coming in from different kinds of sources. Okay, so Oracle will be helping, and this will be used for data analysts. For analysis, you Oracle is a great tool, I can say. Anyone has any question, please go ahead, guys. No worries. It can be of any question. You can go ahead and raise your question. We will be discussing about it. Feel free, guys. See, this is, let's make this an interactive one. I don't want, like, I know if you are in mute, hardly, like if you are idle hardly for 20 minutes, after 20 minutes, you will feel sleepy. Okay, so that is the reason. Please speak up. If you have any questions along with you, it will be helping others as well. Okay. Okay. And along with this, I will be so what happens is that along with, I can see that most of the request has been coming to saying that the evening sessions are not comfortable. So what we have planned is that we are comfortable in moving the session from 7:30 a.m. IST to 8:30 a.m. IST. Okay. I can see most of them have requested regarding the timings. So the sessions will be moving from 8 p.m. Initially, it is discussed as 8 p.m. every day, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., right? IST timing. So we are moving the session from 8 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. IST in the morning. And if you have any questions regarding this, please confirm, or if you are comfortable, we can go with this 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. IST, or else we can go with 8 to 9 also. But this should be ideal for everyone, so there will not be any kind of disturbance. So again, some might be moving to office from 9 or 8, from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So I felt this will be the ideal timing. If anyone has any concerns regarding this, please go ahead, guys. You can raise up your concern. I'm free. I'm open for this. I'm open to take up your questions. Okay. So from like after this 5-day demo session, we will be going with 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, IST timing, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. so that there will not be any kind of disturbance for anyone. So you can start your day with the session from 8:30. You can go ahead, like if you have any kind of office works, you can go ahead. Okay, or else you can practice for the entire day. Okay. Anyone has any questions? No. Come, if you feel that session is okay, we can wind up the session. Let's catch up tomorrow on the same time. Not an issue. Tomorrow will be 5 day sessions. We will be going with this 8 p.m. in the same timing itself. Okay. So from fifth day, like from the sixth day, we will be moving it to 7:30 a.m. IST. Okay. Yes. Yes, I. This will be this course is designed in such a way that it is designed only for most like most. I know that most of them comes to learn from basic itself. Okay, even if you have moderate knowledge, not a problem because we will be going with basic itself from basic, starting from creation of tables, like why we will be creating tables and what is the purpose of creating tables and columns. All that we will be discussing even if you have even if you don't have any of the information or regarding this you will get to know. Okay, so the way that we have come across, right, orders, columns and all. Okay, so just like that we will be going through like what is the purpose of creating a table, what is the purpose of creating columns, so what happens when we store the data. Okay, all this we will be after storing the data, how we can go ahead and see the information back again. After that, how we will be, how we can update the data, we can delete the data, we can play around. Okay, everything, it will be, the course will be from basic itself. Even if you have a moderate knowledge, you can cope up with the things because we will be going with from basic to advanced. Okay, anyone has any questions? Please go ahead, guys, else we can wind up the session. Let's catch up tomorrow on the same time, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. in the evening on the same timing. Okay, and the sessions will be there like from after fifth day we will be switching to 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, IST timing. So that we will be discussing for like how the data will be stored automatically. That for that we have to go through first SQL and PLSQL. Okay, once we understand SQL, once we come across the commands, we will be understanding about PLSQL where we will be writing a logic. Okay, so by writing a logic we can store the data automatically. Okay, so that will be when we come across PLSQL. No questions? Okay, guys, let's wind up the session. Let's catch up tomorrow on the same time. Thanks for joining, guys.